I just didn't really feel like doing a SmackDown review because pretty much I just really wasn't in a good mood. So I just didn't really feel like doing it. Plus, I wouldn't have been a really fair reviewer if I actually did a review. So depends on how I'm feeling. I might do a Raw review on Monday. I might. I don't know. It all depends on how I'm feeling. And for this Q&A, yeah, I know you guys are wondering why I have it on my Nature Girl channel instead of the other one. It's because since I don't have a lot of subscribers on my other one, I can't really choose the icon that I want, and I really like choosing my own thumbnails. I'm spoiled like that. So it's going to be on my Nature Girl channel until I get my other one high enough to where I can actually make my own decisions on whether or not I want this thumbnail or that. Because let's face it, the thumbnails they choose for you sucks. But anyway, this is my Q&A number 24. Thank you guys so much for sending me questions. And it is amazing to me that I have 3 new people this time. Not really the same folks, but honestly, regardless of whether or not it's the same people, thank you guys for sending me questions. And by all means, send me more on my send them to my YouTube inbox or send them to me on Twitter at RKH30 hashtag Nature Girl Q&A. Now let's get started with Drew Pickles. Yes, I am a fan of Rugrats, so good name, dude. Um, does your homegirl Tama Girl smoke, and if so, what weed cigs? I honestly don't know, but if you guys have any questions for Tama Girl 101, by all means send it to her YouTube inbox, and more than likely make it less than 4, because I don't think she's gonna do 10. But any questions you have for her, send it to her YouTube inbox. Your second question for me is, will you marry me, baby girl? As flattering as that is, in a really strange way, nah. I mean, sorry, dude. Gotta know you, gotta see you, gotta hang out with you for at least a couple of years. But regardless of that, thank you. It's a huge compliment. Thank you so much. Do you like fine black guys like me or them dirty cracker white boys? I wouldn't call them crackers now, but I will say this: I really have. There's no bounds when it comes to color with me. As long as you treat me with respect and don't mess with my money or my mind or patronize me, we're golden. We'll be good. So I really don't really put a color or anything on there. Um, so I like both. I'm not gonna lie. I actually have dated white guys and I've have dated black guys. I like white guys because they're a lot more liberal. The black guys I've dated are a little bit more conservative, and I don't mean like going bungee jumping crazy like that. I mean when it comes to wrestling, they're the when it comes to wrestling or anything that's a little bit more open than that. The guys that I date who are white are a little bit more open to it, while the guys that are black that I've dated are closed minded. But I'm not really stamping a color or anything on it. I'm just saying that's from my experience. Your second question for me, well, your fourth question for me, actually, is thoughts on Ray Lott 2 and what does that boy know about life? He's only a young blood at the age of 14. Um, I don't really want to get on my high horse when it comes to anybody in their life, especially if they're 14. Something may have happened to him to where he had to grow up fast. I really have not seen his videos. That's something I might just take a look at just to check out what's going on. But I really can't make an opinion on him because I really don't know the guy. Your fifth question for me is, who is that big black guy in your WrestleMania video in the car with you? Boyfriend? No, that's Big D. And I've been getting Big D to try to get on my channel for the longest because he's just like way, way, way too busy. Um, and honestly, it was really cool for him to finally be in my video after practically harassing him to be there. We used to date, it just didn't work, but our love of wrestling kind of kept it all together and we ended up being cool, and it's been like almost 16 years and we're still friends. And as far as I know, he's single, ladies. So if you guys are in the Atlanta area and you're down with the Big D, go check him out. Wait, that kind of sounds dirty. Well, I guess I can't really take that back, can I? Well, anyway, um, that's my friend's name is Daryl, the Big Daryl. Never mind. I can't save that to save my life. All right, moving on to your final question for me is: do you go both ways, or do you date only guys? Only guys. Thank you so much, Drew Pickles. The next question for me is from Chris Novoselic. Love the name, man. Why do you have Zack Ryder as your avatar picture? I had Zack Ryder as my avatar picture because of the fact that I loved him. I really was a huge fan of his character, and also I loved his charisma. And the fact is that he knew he wasn't getting on Raw that often, so he ended up like, okay, well, since they're not gonna listen to me on Raw, I'm gonna go on YouTube and just have my own show. His show became huge. Then from him being pushed by his own YouTube channel, he ended up going to Raw and ended up winning the US title. I think that's phenomenal. You gotta give the guy props for that. I mean, way to go, man. But then I really had a lot of respect for him, and plus he was a really fun character. But that used to be my avatar. I actually did change my avatar. It's kind of sort of my whole Q&A thumbnail, but I added something on the top. It's pretty much that. But either or, yeah, that's the reason why. What would happen if Taylor Swift became a wrestler and a heel manager? How would fans react to her? Honestly, nobody would really care because it's Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. I love her music. I really do. But let's be real. Would anybody take her seriously if she's a girl gone bad? No. Would anybody take her seriously if she wrestled? She may be tall, but she's still really pencil thin. She can be broken in half. So honestly, nobody will really take her seriously. Her fans that really love her be like, don't hurt her. But those wrestling fans like me will probably not take her seriously at all. That's just me. Who's your favorite Nirvana member? Chris Novoselic, Kurt Cobain, or Dave Grohl? Dave Grohl, because I love the guy. He is very funny. When he left after Kurt Cobain died and he actually made his own band, the Foo Fighters, Learn to Fly will forever be my favorite video because he was cutting up. Like, seriously, who would have ever thought that he would literally just be just cutting up on a plane that entire time, and him being a fat chick. Like, seriously, I could never imagine. I actually could imagine him being a really big woman. Like seriously, he looked like a real woman in some of the some of those scenes. And also his drummer, I can't remember his name. He looked like a real. Oh my gosh, I thought that was a chick for real, but that was him. But honestly, I love Dave Grohl because he loves laughing himself, and not to mention the fact that when he wants his music to have a message, he'll have a message, and a very powerful one at that. So I like Dave Grohl. He's my favorite. Did all Nirvana members do drugs? What do you think? I don't know. I know Kurt Cobain probably did because he had severe depression, and from what Courtney Love explained in her documentary, that they actually did do drugs together. But I don't know about the other two though. I really don't know. I can't really imagine Dave Grohl. And I don't know about Chris Novoselic, but I honestly do think that Kurt Cobain probably did drugs, and it's a shame that he passed on the way he did. But thank you so much for sending me these questions, Chris Novoselic. And my final set of questions comes from Reold Harold. Nice one. What is our future? Okay, what is our future? What is every human being's future on the planet? I have no idea. I am not God, so I really would not know, and more than likely you would probably want to ask God exactly that question, because I really can't answer it for you. What do you think of Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son? I think he's forever spoiled. Seriously. He has the potential to be a great actor, don't get me wrong. Just like Will Smith is a great actor, but he has a huge ego. I'm not gonna lie, because Will Smith had a huge ego when he was younger, but he's kind of mellowed out now that he's a dad. But Jaden Smith got a big ego, seriously. From all the interviews I have seen him in, yeah, he's got a massive ego. He had a massive ego at the age of 8. So honestly, his ego's probably getting bigger from here. I hope he'll be humbled soon. Why is Amanda Bynes out of her? I guess. Okay, why is Amanda Bynes an out of control, crazy, drug addicted chick? I have no idea. The thing is that Amanda Bynes actually did retire at 25, and she's no longer working. I don't know whether or not it's because she's out of the limelight or it's because she's too much in the limelight for her being crazy. I'm thinking, I don't really know. I'm not thinking that she's crazy. I'm thinking she's a bit eccentric. And I guess when you have money, you can be eccentric. But That's somebody you need to definitely pray for. Her and Lindsay Lohan. Seriously. And it's a shame because Amanda Bynes really did some great movies. And it just seems like now she's pretty much known for her antics than known for her movies. So you don't really know what it is. And your final question for me is thoughts on Hilary Duff. I love Hilary Duff because I love Lizzie McGuire. I will always be a fan of Lizzie McGuire. My homegirl, Tommy Girl 101, got me into it. And seriously, that show blew my mind. It was so awesome. It was an awesome, awesome show. It made me sad that they stopped when the movie did. But that's good. That's something I'm gonna always remember her for. Is for her being Lizzie McGuire, as well as her With Love song. For some reason, that's completely catchy. It was stuck in my head. I even had it on my phone. It's not there anymore, but I had it on my phone. But thanks, guys, for sending me these questions. As usual, you are going to be credited on my credits at the end of this Q&A. And if you have any more questions for me, by all means, send it to my YouTube inbox or send it to me on Twitter at RKH30, hashtag NatureGirlQ&A. This is NatureGirl30 signing off. Peace out. Later.